What is up, guys? Welcome into a video, a very explanatory video and informative video. This is going to be probably boring, and this is just because it was requested. I said I was going to do it a while ago, and I'm just going to go through the step-by-step process of how I make models on a weekly basis. So for beginners, I use rickrungood.com as opposed to Fantasy National. I have no they're both great. I prefer Rick Rungood's layout and information. It's the same information, but I just prefer the site better. If you want to use Fantasy National, great. And I am doing this video because I know I make models very different than other people. So I'm going to take a step-by-step process and show you how I do it. While I do everything on a notebook, very old school. I like having it down on a notebook rather than typing it in on a paper. So I'm going to be doing that. I will show you the notebook when I feel like it's important. And so let's start. Let's get right into it. So I'm just gonna pull this up so you can see a little better. Remove this real quick. So at the top, I know, don't mind my notebook real quick. It says Wells Fargo and off the tee and approach are my two key stats for the week. So that's going to change on a weekly basis. I'm not here to tell you what stats to use. I'm showing you how to use the stats you choose, if you get what I'm saying. So this week is the Wells Fargo Championship at TPC Potomac. Meaningless for this video. I'm just going to use it as an example. TPC Potomac is a course that requires precision off the tee and precision with your irons. And I like to pick two stats to really dial in and go with on a weekly basis when I first start modeling to get a baseline of where I'm going to go with the custom model, per you say. This will all make sense in a little bit. So here's what I set it up as. Wells Fargo, I wrote off the tee, approach, and I wrote the last three tournaments of that before this. So we have the Mexico Championship, we have the RBC Heritage, and we have the Masters. And I wrote off the tee and approach. What I'm going to do next is see who ranks in the top two on off the tee and approach for those last tournaments, who's obviously in the field for this week. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. You could do this on Data Golf as well, but I can do everything from here. So here's what I'm going to do. My last two tournaments: Mexico Open, RBC Heritage, and the Masters. So off the tee and approach are my stats. What are we going to do? We're going to go to Mexico Open, sort by off the tee, and you can see, I love this guy. Who led in off the tee? Alex Smalley and Lonzo Griffin. They are going to be first two written down. So we're going to have, obviously, since we're doing three tournaments, we're going to have six guys on each. Smalley, Griffin. And once I'm done writing it, I'll show you the paper again so you see what I'm looking at. Obviously, approach is my second stat. And when I'm doing this, I only use main stats when I do like this first model, rather than the more complex stats when I'm making a custom model. You'll see in a second. So here we have Sung-Yul No and David Lipsky as the top two. But Sung-Yul No only has 2 rounds. I kind of like to disregard people who miss the cut. So we're going to go Lipsky, Finau for approach at the Mexico. Lipsky, Finau. All right, simple. Next tournament, RBC Heritage. This is just seeing if I can get names to pop and match up multiple times. RBC Heritage. And these guys might not have led the field in this tournament, these guys might not have led the field in that tournament, but they are the first in this field, first or second in this field. Oh wait. Oh, it's because I don't have 2022 checked off. Okay, yeah. So approach for the RBC Heritage. Played 4 rounds. Brandon Grace, Matthew Neesmith. That is the next two. Grace, Neesmith. And this is going to be a boring video, I promise. I might not talk for some moments as I'm writing, but I'll show you everything I'm doing. This is supposed to be very important, informative, and because people have asked how I go about modeling. So for off the tee, we got Cam Young and Brian Harmon. And then we go to the final one is the Masters. Who was good at the Masters? In off the tee, we're going to go with we're going to go against Woodland, even though he hit the ball off the tee good. We'll go with Matt Fitz and Rory. Fitz, Rory, and then approach. Sergio and Harry Higgs. Sergio Higgs. Don't mind my notebook. Again, I'll show you. Here we go. So you can see I have 6 names in each thing, and none of them match up. So usually if I get 2 names, I'll circle that name, and it's going to be a possible click. I'll dive into that player more, but this is what we're going to do next. This is a funny video. I'm over here. So we do this off the tee and approach by the recent form, and then I oh shit. See who was trending in recent form? I don't know if you could have heard me right there. So I basically was saying those were the three tournaments of recent form, and then I like to go by year to see who has those same skill sets over a long period of time and see if they're also trending now. This is the base. This is what I do. I'll show you. So I write down year, write down off the tee, write down approach, then I still stay in this holy grail, and I take the season filter off, take this tournament filter off, and I simply just change the date to 1 year ago from now. So we're gonna go 5/1/22. 5/1/21, I mean. May 1st, 2021. And we're gonna see who's top 6 off the tee in the last year. I'm going to not use him. He only has 16 rounds. Obviously, it's not enough sample size. So off the tee, we have Mitchell, we have Cam Young, we have Johnny Vegas, we have Rory, Sergio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have Core Commerce. Then we're going to go to approach, and we got Casey, Henley, Donald, Smotherman. It's 4. Keegan and Percy. So going back to the 3-round compared to the year-long, see who popped up multiple times. Cam Young popped twice. I'll circle his name. Rory popped twice. I'll circle his name. And that's it. Those are the only 2 guys that popped up twice. It's just so I can get the mind flowing, just so I can get some names on paper. Now we're going to go into the custom model and show you exactly what I do for the custom model. So how I do it differently is a lot of guys run 1 model and 2 models and just base it off that. I run upwards of 21 to 24 models a week, and I compile how many I run a lot, because you can't just a lot of stuff happens in golf. You can't just base it off 2 stats or 3 stats. I try to account every possible way there is to go about this course and see who pops up the most times and who can do it multiple ways and who will trend in different ways. So I like to do it 120 rounds. I like to do it 36 rounds and 12 rounds. You'll see. I'll show you how I set it up. 120, 36, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're going to get into the custom model, and I'll show you the paper again in a second. Here we go. Custom model. All right. So I wrote 120, I wrote 36, and I wrote 12. Don't mind my, again, notebook. Don't mind my handwriting either. This is how I like to do it. I like to do it on a notebook. So we have the custom model up. The first thing we're going to do is change it to recent rounds. I like to do rounds rather than date. Rounds, we're going to go back to 120, and we'll keep. Like I said, I'm going to run a lot of models. I like to, first model, keep it simple. I'm going to use off the tee and approach, because those are the 2 stats I'm using. Off the tee, approach, base model, see what it spits out. And I write down the first 5 guys on the list. So 120 round, who's leading off the tee and approach? Connors, who's going to pop up a lot, I already know. Bradley, Vegas, List, and Rory. Then we're going to go to 36. 36. I'll show you what I'm doing once I finish this. 36. See, Connors, Bradley, Homa, List, Finau. Then we're going to go to 12. Finau. That was just all Mexico, I bet. Finau, Woodland, Connors, Pan, Gim. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. This is what it looks like. This. I wrote down the top 5. So Connors, there's 120, there's 36, there's 12. That was off the tee and approach. And now we're going to get into more detailed models and see who pops up. So technically that was 3 models since I did it based on different time zone. Round zones, and as opposed to just one stat but different times. So that was 3. I usually probably run, I guess, 5 or 6 different types of stats and then times it by the 3 separate rounds, like round ranges I'm doing, makes it like 21 models, around 21, 24 models, depending on how many I do. So obviously this is going to change on a weekly basis based on the course. This is obviously TPC Potomac, and I'm going to make a model based on what I think is ways to go about TPC Potomac. So if I'm quiet, I'm thinking and trying to be as accurate as possible. So what's important here? Driving accuracy, very important. We'll put that 40. And distance, I don't care. So now you're just kind of getting into my thought process, basically, seeing where I'm going. Put the 45 and we'll put in regulation. 12 rounds. Henley, Connors, Stewart, Laird Lip. You'll see how it works out in the end. 36. Henley, Laird, Connors, Knox, Stewart. 120. Fuck. I rinsed that model. It was 45 driving accuracy. It was 40 approach, and it was 15 regulation. 20 rounds. Connors, of course. Laird, Henley, and Sir Knox. Okay. So that's 6 models complete, and I'll just give you another paper update. What we're looking at. 6 models complete. See the 120, the 36, the 12. Trying to find guys trending in certain directions. All right. All right. No. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. For scoring. driving accuracy, and then put more grades in regulation, I guess. We got 120 here. Connors, Henley answer, Damon. Connors, Henley. So you can see a lot of my models are similar based on stats because there is stats that really do matter based on the course, but I make subtle changes and to see who pops up in certain conditions. 36. It's going to be a lot of Corey Connors this week, guys. He's probably going to be number one in my model. Armour, Knox, Stewart, 12. Connors. I love to see the Henley love because Henley I had as a decent thought pre-tournament. Stewart, Damon, Armour. All right. So it's 9 models. Clear weights. What are we doing here? Let's go. Who's leading driving accuracy in the last 12 rounds? It's going to change based on. So we have Stewart, Armour, Reeve, Answer, Kadira. It's 12 rounds. What if we do 120? Is that going to change? Sometimes with those weird, not key stats, like alternate stats, I guess, the model doesn't change. Did that change? Stewart, Army, Ches, Kadira, Answer. I don't really remember if that changed. Hold on, let me do it again. No, it didn't. So, okay. I know what we're going to do. Stewart, Armour, Ches, Answer, Kadira. Okay, that's driving accuracy. Then we'll go to the 2 bucket ranges that are important. It is, I believe it's 175. It is 175 to 200 and 200. Right now, I'm actually on Data Golf. I know you can't see it, but I'm just looking at the bucket ranges based on the. Okay, Wells Fargo. Wait, is this? Hold on. Here we go. All right, yeah, the main bucket ranges are 150 to 175 and 175 to 200. Okay. So now we're going to go and make a model for. There we go. She was great in that range. Casey Svensson, Druitt, Finau Lauer. Then we'll go this. Kurt Gostkowski always pops up in this range. It's fucking crazy. And he made a hole in one in this range last week. Rory Smith Wolf. Jared Wolf, not Matthew Wolf. Okay. So we have 12 models done right now. Let's make more mixed conditions. So we're going to go. What do you need to do? You have to get off the tee. I want 10 on weighted, no, 15 weighted off the tee, 30 on accuracy, 30 on approach, 15 on par 4, and why not put 10 on putting? Okay, 12. Who is it? Corey Connors. Of course. Connors, Damon, Power, Henley, Long. Almost there, guys. Then I'll show you the final step. 36. Connors, Answer, Henley, Fitz, Knox. Answer, Connors, Armor, Damon Henley. All right, we can do like one more of these models. So we're going to do driving accuracy, greens and regulation, 20, weight restriction approach, 20, 40, 20 on, and then 10. Answer. Love that, actually. Knox, Henley, Laird Connors. All right. 36. Shit. Knox, Henley, Laird. Knox, Henley, Laird. Connors answer. Answer. All right, 12 rounds. So you're going to see how many different models I have in a second. Henley, Laird, Connors, Damon. Henley, Laird, Connors, Damon, Neesmith. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 18 models right now. Wait, let me remove this real quick. 1 second. 18 models right now of 5. 18 5-man models with different results. We're going to do 3 more, but we're going to do them a different way, and then I'll show you where I go from there. So go back into the site. We're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to build a little model out of the Holy Grail, as Rick Rungood, as Rick Gaiman calls it. Holy Grail. So what do we know about TPC Potomac? We know that it is and you could just go, if it was a normal tournament, I would go Wells Fargo Championship, and I would hit for the last, 3 years, Wells Fargo Championship, and I would go sort by strokes gained total, who's great. But it's a different course, so I can't do that. So what are we going to do? We're going to go the last 3, no, we'll go 2 years. Actually, we're going to go this year, and we're going to see who has the most strokes gained total on par 70, right? I actually want to make sure it's par 70 before I do this. Oh, fuck. Hit the wrong thing. Course key stats. It's par 70. I'm 99% sure. Par 70. Yep. 7,100 yards. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to Holy Grail. We're going to go to this season. Who has done well on par 70 bentgrass courses? How many has there been? Zozo. Is it just Zozo? Just Zozo. Okay. We'll go last 2 years. Par 70. It's only 3 tournaments. We'll go, okay, 70 and 71. So you gotta work with it and see what gives you a good result. See if we can just do this year. This year, yeah, that's no, just 2. All right, we'll go 21, 22, par 71 and 70 bent grass courses. Who has the most strokes gained total? I need you to play more. I need you to play 8 rounds minimum. So number 1, Tony Finau. 2, Martin Laird, he's been popping up. Damn. Power. Connors Wolf. All right. Now we're going to go 2022. 2022, I want to know in 2022 who is the best bent grass strokes gained 2022 only. Strokes gained putting bent grass. We need 4 rounds. Yeah, we need 4 rounds. Actually, that's not that much. We'll go 21, 22. Who's the best bent grass putters? We need some sample size here. Shank. Okay, that's good. Shank. No, I don't. I want more than 10. Lanto. Gligic. Trainer. And answer. Let's go. I want to bet you Abraham answer, and I probably will. Okay, we're gonna do one more final thing, and let's decide what we're gonna do. We're going to do bent grass under. I don't care what the par is, but I want to be less than 7,200 yards. Yeah. 70. That's what I want. 71.99 bent grass strokes gain total for the last. It's fine. Yeah. Strokes gain total on bent grass courses. We need to play more than. I want you to give me more than one tournament. We got Luke List. We got Corey Connors. What do you know? List. Connors. This is a big one. List Connors. Fratelli Finau Glover. Fratelli Finau. Shit. Glover's only played. He missed a cut. Fratelli Finau. Henley will go. Okay. Let me show you what I am looking at now. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 21 models. A lot. 21 models. So unlike usually someone makes 1 or 2 models, gives you their top 10 under one set of stats, and that's the model. I made 21 different models, 21 different time ranges, 21 different. It's a big. I've covered a lot. I covered a lot of bases. So here's what I do next. I go through this and I see whose name popped up the most. And this is going to take me a second. So bear with me as I count. I'll go like this. I'll add this to the screen and then I'll add it back when I'm done. So you don't want to hear me count, and so skip ahead when you're watching this. So I'm going to count and tell you who ranks out well for me. If you want to just wait, I guess I'll talk through it. So obviously I'm going to write down Corey Connors, and I'm just going to write down his name, put a number next to it, see how much he rates out. So out of my 21 models, Corey Connors popped up in 15 of them. Rory may have only popped up twice. One. 7 for Martin Laird. That's currently second. Henley 13. Sorry, counting. 1. I like this model. Stewart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stewart 5. Damon 1, 2, 3. Damon 3. Armor. What's up with armor? 1, 2, 3. Armor 3. Okay. You skipped ahead. I counted how many times the guys have popped. Obviously, now I'm going to rank them down 1 through whatever. Number 1 in the model, Corey Connors. And then I'll show you the screen again, my paper again after. Corey Connors, number 1. Number 2 popped up 13 times as opposed to Connors 15. Russell Henley's number 2 model. 3 is Abraham Answer, popped up 8 times, and I love that. I'm going to bet him. Abe. 4 is Martin Laird, popped up 7 times. 5 with 6 pop-ups is Russ Knox. And then we go to two guys popped up. Nope, 1 guy popped up 5 times. Brian Stewart 5 times. And then Finau 4. Finau popped up 4 times. He's number 7. Usually I stop at like 10. And then we have 1, 2, 3 guys popping up popping up 3 times. So we'll tie them for 10, 8, 9, 10. We'll tie 10 Damon. Armor list. Okay, now I will show you what we have. So this is a full paper. This is what it looks like every single week, how I make all my models, how I rank them. So all of that came down, and this is how they rank out at the bottom. You see Connors, Henley, Answer, Laird, Knox, Stewart, Finau, Damon, Armour, List tied for 10th. So I know that was kind of complex. I know it was boring, but it was informative, and people have asked how I do my modeling. So it's a bunch of models combined into one. I don't just do one set of stats. I do a bunch of set of stats, a bunch of time ranges, and that's how I do it. So that's it. 40 minutes. Usually takes about 40 minutes. Get 30, 40 minutes. Not too hard, but I did some explaining. Any questions, definitely DM me. Definitely, you know where to find me at Jersey Betting. I hope this helps. And I know people have been asking it. So, yep, that's how I do my stuff. And good luck to everyone if you're watching it this week at Wells Fargo. I will be there if you want to say what's up. DM me and have a good week.